Man like Jimmy. Hello ladies and gentlemen. Okay, do Destiny YouTubers control the PvP better? That is a question I've been asking myself because last week Bungie dropped their latest reveal stream on Twitch and it highlights some of the details coming with patch 2.5.0.2. Now I'm going to go through a few of the changes, not all of them, and if you want the full repertoire of changes I will link a video in the description done by Faithless who highlights all the changes that Bungie have introduced in their reveal stream. Now please bear in mind that Bungie have not released the full patch details and that will be available on the 14th, which is Valentine's Day, and it will have the full list of changes. So these are just obviously the initial changes that they've released and obviously my own thoughts on them. Okay, shotguns. Shotguns have been rife. They have been controlling the meta for I don't know even how long now. It feels like forever. So what Bungie have done to address the issue is they've completely turned off the aim assist and magnetism whilst firing from the hip. So if an opponent, for example, is walking past you and you've got your shotgun out, no longer will your shotgun be tracking that opponent automatically. It's completely turned off, so you have to aim the weapon yourself if you're going to fire it from the hip, which means less consistency. They've also decreased the inner accuracy for shotguns, which is huge because a lot of the shotgun plays, especially amongst the top tier players, happen whilst in the air. Coupled with that, they have removed the precision damage from shotguns, excluding the universal remote and the chaperone. With those two being exotic, it makes sense why those two have retained the precision damage modifier. Everything else, however, has been removed. To compensate for this in PvE, legendary shotguns have a 20% increase to damage because you could actually use your shotgun and aim for precision spots in PvE. So they've done that to compensate for it. Right, rangefinder, the god tier perk for most shotguns, has been nerfed. The aim down sight speed has been reduced by 25%. Which I personally think is bad. When I think about it in depth, at first I thought, yeah, it makes sense because the Matador is just ridiculously overpowered as it is due to its archetype and its rate of fire. However, nerfing rangefinder means it's nerfed across all shotguns, and not all shotguns are overpowered. If you think of, I don't know, some of the less common shotguns like the Dry Rot or the Gunsmith shotgun, the Jinku Goku D, those shotguns do not have the most range, and if they do come with rangefinder or any range boosting perks, that means they're effectively being nerfed as well, and they don't even get use anyway, so they're going to get even less use, which means less variety in the weapons. But that's just my opinion. However, to compensate for all the nerfs to the shotgun, Bungie have decided to remove the movement penalty that was applied to when you were handling a shotgun. So if you're running around with a shotgun, you actually moved slightly slower in comparison to when using other weapons. So Bungie have removed this now, so it's an equal basis across all weapons. Pulse rifles, the Clever Dragon, the most infamous pulse rifle since the start of Rise of Iron, has been nerfed, and its archetype has been nerfed. So what Bungie have done is they've reduced the rate of fire by 7.7%. and they have reduced significantly the base flinch and the high caliber round effectiveness, which personally I don't know if they needed to do that, to be honest. I think just the removal of the high caliber rounds probably would have been enough. On top of that archetype, the fastest firing type of pulse rifles, they've actually reduced the magazine size, so it's gone from 30 to 24. Now if you tack on brace frame onto that archetype of weapon, it's going to drop the magazine again by a further 6 rounds, so it's going to have a magazine of 18, which is a huge nerf, absolutely huge. So it means other pulse rifles, which have had a little bit of a buff, will actually come into play a little bit more. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. Auto rifles, they've had a buff, precision damage increase, which I think they needed. They probably need a little bit more than that, but we'll have to wait to see how that pans out. In-air accuracy across all primary weapons has been increased. Not to the level of hand cannons, with hand cannons being the best, but there's been an increase in it, so you can more effectively challenge opponents from in air using a pulse rifle, an auto rifle, or a scout rifle, for example. Speaking of hand cannons, the initial hand cannon shot accuracy has been significantly increased. So when you take your first shot, it's going to be significantly more accurate. Now if you continue to shoot after that in quick succession, you're going to become less accurate and you're going to have more chance of bloom taking place. Bloom being the term that most YouTubers and gamers know of Destiny as ghost bullets. So you're going to be more likely to miss, yeah? But if you pace your shots, so you take your time and take time in between shots, you're going to be more consistent and more accurate. And by far, the biggest nerf that has actually been revealed in this patch is the nerf to special ammo. So currently, and previous to patch 2.5.0.2, what would happen is you would spawn into a match, you would spawn in with special ammo, you would run around, take out a few guardians, maybe get killed. When you respawn, you've still got your ammo, special ammo that is. However, now you spawn into a match, you spawn in with special ammo. Should you die, you then respawn with no special ammo. Yeah, so you're gonna have to go and forage for it. Now, in relation to this, what Bungie's done is they've decided, you know what, we're gonna put in special ammo every 60 seconds to compensate for the fact that you may not have any. So you're gonna see a lot of people around special crates. Now, the reason why I asked, do Destiny YouTubers control the PvP meta, is for a few things. I watch a lot of other YouTubers and they've already analysed the time to kill based on the upcoming changes and given that information out already. So people are watching their videos already deciding what weapons they're definitely going to be using and what weapons they're just going to consign to their votes. They've already made jokes about what the meta will be, which is no land beyond sidearm, for example, which again kind of refines the meta down and it kind of gears it to one type of style of play. If you think back to when the Cleven Dragger dropped in Iron Banner, there was Destiny YouTubers making top 5 videos on it, showing about how effective it is and why it should be a top tier weapon, and then literally everybody used the Cleven Dragon. It was sickening. Now, obviously, I'm not against other Destiny YouTubers making videos for better weapons, for example, but I just feel that if there wasn't such emphasis or there wasn't such a drought in Destiny, the meta would kind of establish itself over time, if you get what I'm saying. There would be a time or a period, a little buffer period, where people are trying out different things, and then by people I mean everyone who plays the game, trying out different weapons and trying to find out what is the best weapon, instead of just being told and thinking, right, as soon as the patch drops, this is what weapon I'm using. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it, basically, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. But what do you think? Do you think the Destiny YouTubers control the meta? I don't know. Whatever you do think, though, don't feel free to lay your comments down in the comment section. And if you like this content, hit the like button and stay tuned for more Destiny content. I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and I'll leave it at that. Man like Jimmy.